All right, y'all. The first principle to change battlefield is the mind. All right, man. If we can get right here, right, transformation can become permanent. So that is why I teach on for this 12 weeks. Every other week, you'll be getting a new teaching, okay? Because it literally is in the mind. The most powerful thing that a person can possess is a changed mind. It's almost called something like repentance. That's very powerful. Meaning I changed my mind about the way I thought about things before. That's all repentance is. So if I change my mind, then man, my actions will follow. But if my mind never changed, you're going to do this for 12 weeks, and then you're going to say, oh my goodness, I can't wait. Where's the pie? Where's the cookies? Where's the cake? Because your mind never changed about the food that you were consuming, the speed you were consuming the food. Okay. So, awareness, what is it? Definition is on your sheet, it's the process by which you're going to enter your name. So, the process by which I, Mark Sood Harrington, first comes to identify. So, awareness is when I first come to identify or am triggered that a behavior change is a must. The first step to change is you have to become aware. And when you are first triggered by something, or you identify or you come to realize something that man, a behavior change, and I use that word must. So that next blank is must, because things in your life from now on, your new standard, I'll be teaching on standard in 2 weeks, but your new standard is things in my life that affect my health must become a must, meaning the gym, that must become a must in my life. Eating healthy, that must become a must in my life. A must is I have no other options, I have no other choice. This is what I am going to do no matter rain, sleet, hell, or snow. I must get this done. Because it's not like you can say, oh, the rent is due or the mortgage is due. And you know what? I should pay my mortgage, or I've been thinking about it. No, it's a must. If you don't pay that mortgage, if you don't pay that rent, you ain't got no home. So it's things in your all life that's already a must. So I don't got to teach you how to establish a must. Like if you're a father, you're like, I must be a good father. I'm hoping that's your stand. If you're a mom, must be a good mom, girlfriend, boyfriend, like a worker, whatever. In your mind, it should be must, must, must. So it's something that triggers you. This is awareness. So what triggered you? And we're going to get down to that. What triggered you that this behavior change is a must? And this is going to help you out when it comes to discovering your why. Rachel going to be giving you that call this week. Letter A. So what was the thought process? All right. So what's a thought process? The definition is a series of thoughts that came to your conscious mind to wake you up and make you aware that change is a must. So that first blank is thought, second blank is must. So it's a series of thoughts that came to your conscious mind because, like I said in the video, when we were just eating food, we was mindlessly eating. We was subconsciously or unconsciously just cramming food and everything down. I wasn't even thinking about it. So when something comes to your conscious mind, you say, wow, I didn't even know I felt like that or looked like that. What the heck? Why I get so tired walking up and down these steps? Like this sucks. Stop. So something triggered you and say, all right, now this change is a must, right? So let's talk thoughts. I said, then I'm gonna go through 1 through 8. Number one, was a thought that came to your mind, it's crazy these clothes don't fit me no more. Number two, I'm always buying bigger pants. Number three, was the thought, man, I feel fat. I feel overweight. I feel out of shape. Number four, why do I never have energy? Was those the thoughts? Number five, seems like I'm always stress eating. Number six, I hate my body, the way I look, and how I feel. Number seven, I used to be able to do this with no problem. Number eight is going to be something that you're going to fill in, and we'll come back to that. But what thought came to your mind that said, man, the behavior change is a must? I can't believe it. It was one older gentleman, man, he used to be a personal trainer. And he said, he was like, man, when I got down on the floor and I couldn't even do a push-up or I couldn't even do a mountain climber, I was like, how far have I fell away from what I used to be able to do? That trigger, he said, look, never again. And he's on his path. I think he just lost 22 pounds. He's doing amazing now. But that triggered something in him. He was like, my goodness, this is too bad. So what thoughts came into your mind that you said a behavior change is a must? Meaning I cannot stay in this state no more. I'm willing to sacrifice who I am for who I'm desiring to become. What was the thoughts? B, what have I identified? So to identify means to establish something as truth, right? And we know that the scriptures say what? The truth shall make you free, right? So when you establish something as a true statement, you're like, man, that is true. Like, wow, I've been gaining weight for the last X amount of years. Oh man, that is true. Like I did used to wear this, but now I wear this. Oh man, that's true. So what truth did you establish in your mind that made you say, that you became aware of and say, man, this has to change? I got a few of them on that we're going to discuss. Your number one was, man, I look and feel horrible. When I got all the way up to 238 pounds, to a lot of people that may not seem a lot, but I was playing college basketball at 182 pounds. I mean, I was running up and down the floor, could full core press, could do all that stuff. And at one point in my life, I got up to 238 pounds, man. To me, I looked and I felt horrible. This is not me. Number two, I have no energy. All these things that I'm writing, that I wrote down, this was like me personally. Number two was I had no energy. Number three, I'm 20 something years old. What the heck? I ain't got no energy. That's horrible. Number three, I've let myself go. I went from the lean cut, 182 pound playing point guard in college basketball to 238 husband, just like, what the heck? I just let myself go. Number four, man, I identify my eating sucks. I mean, Popeye's chicken, man, Meat Lovers pizza, McDonald's. Like, I was like, my goodness, eating sucks. But when you're in that state, you don't even know how bad you truly are until you step back and be like, man, I keep eating this junk. So number five is going to be whatever truth came to your mind that you have established and identified as truth that made you say, man, this behavior change is a must. So when we're talking now, we're talking in must. We're not talking in no shoulds or, man, you know what? I really want to. No, it's I can, I will, and I must. And I'm going to go over that when I'm talking about empowering beliefs. All right. And this second bullet point is very important. It says to associate. So what I have identified means to associate. To associate something means to link, couple, or pair or connect something closely with. So whatever you as a human being associate pain with, you'll avoid that at all costs. These are the two biggest levers in a human being's life. So a lever is something real small that you can use to cause something huge to happen, something powerful to move, right? So with human beings, we have pain versus pleasure. If this thing is going to cause me pain, I ain't doing that. If this thing is going to cause me pleasure, okay, I'm going to do that. So when we have something that painful, we're going to avoid it at all costs. But when we have something that's pleasurable, we're going to pursue it and seek it. So I say all that to say is like, I have to start associating being, let's say me, overweight, when I was overweight, out of shape, having energy, not being able to be healthy and play around with my wife and my kid. I associate that with too much pain. So I will not let myself get that big again, because that's painful thing. I got my son running around and I can't even play with him because I'm like, oh man, I'm just too tired. Like I associate that with pain. So because I associate that with pain, what did I say? I'm gonna avoid that at all costs. Whatever I can do, as long as I'm healthy and upright, I will not get that big again. So I won't be able to play with my son. Versus pleasure. Now I associate, man, being able to take walks with my wife, being able to jog with my son as he gets older, being able to walk confidently, being able to have my clothes fit the same clothes I could wear in college. Like I associate those things with pleasure. So because I associate those with pleasure, I seek those things which are going to allow me to experience that pleasure, which is food prepping, eating right, making sure I eat slowly and under control, making sure I don't overstuff myself, and making sure that I'm working out. I associate, it may be a hard workout, but to me, that's pleasurable because I know that workout is going to get me to my goals. This is all about awareness. I got to start becoming aware of these things. What things to me is painful? Is it painful to look, feel, or have no energy or be away. And if that's not a painful thing to you, then you will not transform. But if it's a pleasurable thing, because remember, you seek those things that are pleasurable. If you find going to the gym, I'm feeling better. I got more energy. I'm getting stronger. You will then seek those things. Okay. So it's that pleasure versus pain thing. All right. And if you got any questions afterward, you can ask me on that. C is behavior. Behaviors are just habits and routine. So it's the way in which the first word is act, then the second blank is or conduct yourself. So behaviors are ways in which you act or conduct yourself. So are these some of the behaviors that you have become aware of in your mind that you like, man, I've been doing these things. So because I've been doing these things, I don't want to do them no more. So I must change. Have you been, it says, are some of the behaviors I overeat? Number two, I eat too fast. Number three, I eat back on the calories I just burned. Number four, I emotional eat. Number five, I eat and drink without considering my goals, like popping cake. I'm just not considering my goals. Everybody else around me doing it. So guess what? I'm going to do it too. And when I get to the standards teacher, like my favorite one, because when I get to that, like we're going to raise our standards. I don't care if boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, kid eating a cookie. That doesn't give you an excuse to eat it. You got different standards. They don't. Can't wait till we teach on that one. So number six, I always quit and don't give it my all. Is that your behavior? I am constantly pleasing others and forgetting about me. Well, such and such came up to me and they said, they made this for me. So you end up pleasing them and eating that, or you end up skipping the gym and doing this, or you end up doing something unhealthy that you probably shouldn't do to please somebody else. And then what happened? Who suffered? They don't suffer. They feel really good. You are the one that suffer, okay? So that's why our standards are going to change. Like I said, I'm a teacher on that. I just love that one. But we have to become aware we cannot be people pleasers and forget about taking care of ourselves, because nobody's going to take care of you if you don't take care of yourself. You don't want to get to the age where people unless something happens, I understand, God forbid, but you want to be able to take care of others. You don't want people always taking care of you. Number 8, I make poor food choices on the weekends, at night, and at social gatherings. Okay, is that a behavior? Is that a normal habit for you? Do you make poor choices on the weekend, night, and social gathering? Number 9, I constantly make excuses and give into pressure, internal or external. Number 10, I do the same things expecting different results. That's actually insanity. So, and then number 11 is going to be, what are some behaviors that you yourself have noticed? Like, man, I do, when I come home, you know what? I do get right in front of the freaking TV and just click, 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 click. Man, when I'm over grandma or boyfriend, girlfriend, mom house or whatever, you know what I do? I do eat everything over there, man. So like, what behaviors now? So the first two deals with what thoughts came to your mind that say this behavior change must happen. And then C is talking about what behaviors have you been doing over the past 5, 10, 15 years that got you to the point that you are now. And we have to start associating those behaviors with pain. So if coming down, sitting in front of the TV, cause you probably to gain some of that weight, guess what? When I plop my butt on that TV, I'm gonna jump up like it's fire on there, because I say, hold on, I can't be sitting down there too long, because man, I associate that with so much pain, because I see myself in the next 10 years just sitting there, and my son or daughter or family, whatever, want to do something, but I'm more tired. And you know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we got to think of. All right. So that is the teaching. We're about to open